Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the CR250 build. We've got an 01 CR250. It's torn apart and this is being entered in the Prime MX contest, so there's very little time as of now to get this thing finished because I've been dinking around on the CR125 back there. We've got a lot to do. This bike is in good shape and terrible shape all in one. I've inspected most all our parts over there. We do have some good things, we do have some bad. There's a couple major parts that we need to order, along with the already hundreds of dollars of parts we got in that box. I've got a surprise for you, not gonna show you, but I'll give you a hint. The wheels for this thing are going to be amazing. I'm just gonna do like I have in the past and just pick like 5 parts, fix those, and that way we can easily knock some things out. As of right now, like I said, I gotta order a few more parts, so a couple of these are off limits, and then I do have to order a couple specialty tools. So also some of these things like triple clamps, front suspension, rear suspension, those are off limits as well. And real quick, if you haven't already, Wild Moto Instagram, check it out, link down in the description, along with a bunch of other goodies down there. Check it out, appreciate it. So I've been eyeing a few things here, and I think what we're gonna do, let's get this nasty airbox here. That should be interesting trying to get that cleaned up. This bike is covered in, it's like a mixture between mud and shit, and it's been on there for like 5 years it seems like, so it's gonna be fun cleaning stuff up. Do those two. See, I got my seat cover laid out here, just getting the creases out of that, warming it up. So might as well do the seat. And how about we clean up these exhaust pieces? This Pro Circuit Works pipe is actually pretty nice. That's the only dent right there. I mean, aside from baby dents down there, but clean that thing up. And then this guy, the FMF. We'll take this apart, take a peek at the packing. I don't have enough for this big guy at the moment, so if it's bad, we'll have to replace it later. So there's our lineup to start off. They're dirty. Alright, so our airbox here. Looks like we're missing a bolt on the other side. One thing that I also did get for this bike is a full bolt kit. Because like half the plastics were kind of jimmy rigged on there, and there was a bunch more bolts that I was seeing that were missing. So our airbox, the only issue we have is that little piece is busted there. This air filter is pretty freaking dirty. So a thorough cleaning in the parts washer tank for this thing, and it should be good to go. Our biggest issue here, so I'll try and give you guys a good view of this thing. So that's kind of how it would be sitting on the bike. See how this one is way higher? Probably, I'd say the bolt holes are a good 3/4 of an inch off. So it definitely took a hit. I'm not the biggest fan of trying to bend this to get it to work. Most likely what's gonna happen if I try that is gonna crack some welds. So for this thing, going to eBay, hopefully we can find one for, I'm thinking under $100. I'd really like to get one for like 50 bucks. Before I hit the parts washer, bring up the gas tank here. Got some nastiness. This is kind of gonna be in the same boat as the airbox there. It's just super stained. Ooh. Look at all the rocks and dirt kept out of that thing. It's crazy. I think I'm gonna need some new fuel hose because this thing was kind of stretched to its max. And of course, we gotta get a new vent hose. I'm gonna hit up the parts washer. Be back in a sec. Bam, got those back cleaned up pretty nice. Inside and out, we're all good to go. I did find some fuel line that we can use there. And then this thing is dirty as hell. So I'm gonna hit the buffing wheel. So there we are, all rigged up, petcock, all good to go, nice and shiny. Airbox. I think turned out pretty nice, considering what it looked like. I'm not sure what the deal is here, why there's so much gouging and scratches on the backside. This isn't the end of the world. It'll still at least fasten in place. Same with this thing, we'll hit it with some Cerakote wipes, and then got a new filter as well to put on once we do assemble the bike. So both these things marked off the list, just simple cleanup and a couple polishing things, but 2 things knocked out. Next we've got our seat cover here. Clean up this seat pan. As far as I can tell, the foam is all good, so we won't have to worry about that. So let's pop these stupid staples loose. I'm just test fitting the cover up here real quick. Got the seat pan cleaned up. Alright, here's what we got. Remember how I was talking about those wrinkles? Yeah, I got a few in there. But it's weird. I spent like an hour on this cover trying to get it to fit good. And just the upper part here just does not want to stretch. This is as far back as we can go without, you know, messing up the logo. And yeah, it's as tight as she's gonna go without frickin' tearing through there. Doesn't fit 100% perfect. And another issue is the folds in these things. I tried heating these up and getting them to work out a little bit, but I just couldn't. It's like they've been folded up for a long time. I spent a little too much time trying to make it perfect and didn't even get it perfect, so is what it is. Put this over in the done pile. Next on the agenda is this wonderful exhaust pipe. I had to cut video for a while there because this was giving me trouble. Alright, I'm gonna take these pieces to the parts washer, clean them up. Back with the parts here. Cleaned up nice. Other than that, I'm gonna set this stuff aside. I'll have to wait for some more packing because I don't have a full length that'll cover that, but everything else good condition. Luckily with this bike we ended up with a nice FMF exhaust. All we gotta do is some new packing for 15 bucks or something like that, and we'll be on our way. Now here's our header pipe, the expansion chamber. Like I was saying earlier, no damage up around there. Still have all our mounting points, minor dents right there. Pipe cleaned up all right. As you can tell, the the buffing marks are not super even, but it looks way better. And this does have a Just a light coat of WD-40 on there. Turned out pretty good. There's kind of some staining and stuff around the welds. So there we are. Expansion chamber. All taken care of. So we got our parts knocked out. Gas tank, airbox, seat, expansion chamber, silencer. But I think we should add something to the list. Swing arm. I think we'll grab that. Clean that guy up. And then if we got some time, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the frame as well. Obviously you can tell this was run all the way to the point where the plastic chain guard was worn all the way through, and then it just starts eating away at the metal. Parts washer, back in a sec. Actually, might as well, while we're getting the parts washer heated up, might as well get the old frame going. So I'm gonna pop these foot pegs off, get the parts washer up, and this thing should be looking clean as well. Got a lot of freaking gunk on here, so it's gonna take a lot of scrubbing. All right, folks, got everything out of the parts washer, cleaned it up, Scotch-Brite mag wheel cleaner. Everything is looking good. As you can see, frame is money. Those always turn out really good. And I mean, I didn't even put much time into this thing. On our swing arm, bad news. I have no idea why I didn't notice this. Chain adjuster bolt has been snapped off, and then somebody tried pretty aggressively to drill that out and messed up a couple times. That's gonna be a major repair. I've only had to drill one of those out once before, and it was an absolute pain in the ass. Now, aside from that, what I'm gonna do is throw on some goodies. Obviously, Poly Sport chain guide, and then we got this guy right here. Okay, just like that, day one in the books. Got pretty much everything knocked out that we wanted to. Obviously, waiting on a subframe to come in. Most likely we'll have to polish that up. Header pipe turned out pretty damn good. Waiting on some packing. We'll finish that up. Easy enough. Don't need to order any decals or anything for it. Everything else is in good condition. Swing arm ran into an issue, but that thing's about 90% complete. Most likely we'll have to drill out that one side. It's actually over here on the sprocket side. We'll have to drill that out, and that's gonna be a pain in the butt, but we'll get it done. This beautiful frame, they always turn out awesome when you use that mag wheel cleaner. Bunch of little things here and there that are, you know, minor setbacks, but easily taken care of. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate everybody that likes, comments, and is obviously subscribed. So if you haven't done that already, like this video. Helps the channel out a lot. Anyway, with this, it's the Prime MX contest build. At the moment, the deadline has been advanced another month. So that's May 15th, I believe, is when everything's gonna be due. So we got a little more time to work out all these kinks that are coming up. But in all seriousness, coronavirus stuff, hopefully you're staying indoors. Hopefully you got some bikes to work on if you're staying indoors, and hopefully if you're living in a state where you can get out of your house and go do some stuff, that you hop on some guys like these kings of social distancing right here. I'm pretty much gonna be working on bikes or riding, so hope you guys are having fun with it. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.